Hey there, I wanted to try something new today. And basically sent a tweet out yesterday asking if anybody had a kind of a mediocre landing page or site that they weren't totally in love with. And so Josh Manders sent me Merged, which is a SaaS or a company that he's working on. And figured I would try and show you something, kind of like a process that I take to go from, not from good to great. Good to great takes a lot of time, but you can go from to pretty good in like a really short amount of time. And that is kind of one of my sweet spots. Help a lot of people with that because I can do a lot of good for a little amount of time, and it can get you, it can be the difference between your site literally just being noise and like nobody ever cares about it, to having actual interest so that you can maybe get some money rolling and actually spend more time redesigning it, quote, the right way. Anyway, I haven't prepped this ahead of time. I don't really know the site. I'm just pulling it up pretty much for the first time, and we're just going to break it down and see if we can make this more memorable. Okay, so Merged is, looks like you can get your custom design stuff, take your whatever you design, logos, design work, slap it on some apparel, phone cases, coffee mugs, canvas, and then they take care of all of the selling, fulfillment, and order handling, which actually sounds really great. I may want to use this. And it's clearly not quite launched yet. There's not a lot of information, but let's see if we can take this from don't believe it's a real company to something I might be excited about, and see if we can do that quickly. So just fire up Sketch, start a new document. We'll add a new artboard, and we'll go 1440. And I like starting with like a really tall artboard here because, I mean, long scrolling pages are fine. We're all used to that. We skim. Okay, so something that people do and is here, is present here, quite obviously, is just this repeated bootstrappy 3 or 4 boxes with an icon, headline, and a little bit of text. And usually only 2 or 3, or if you have 6, maybe 4 of them are really good content, and the other 2 are kind of like, I don't know, made up, or maybe something is too summarized. And so I like to use this layout as a document outline to explode it into something more interesting and make a story about it. So we're going to talk to the visitor with words instead of icons, and instead of headlines. We're just going to use plain English. We're just going to try and catch that eye. And that means all of the headlines are the story, and the subtext is going to be ignored. Nobody's going to read it. Almost nobody's going to read your paragraph text under these headers. So this is all people see: custom merchandise, hassle-free selling, order fulfillment, marketing tools. I don't exactly know what all of that means. It makes more sense when I read the subtext. So let's try and build all that in. And we're just going to use up a lot of space. We're just going to go tall. All right. So we're just going to start with this headline: sell your custom designs with no upfront costs or risks. And with no upfront costs or risks. All right. And let's just grab like a big kind of chunky condensed font. It doesn't really matter at this point. And let's just make it huge. Center that, make this thing centered. All right, a little bit too huge. 150, 120. Set custom designs with no upfront costs or risks. All right, still a little bit big. Maybe we'll do 100. All right. Nice and tight. Maybe we'll add some contrast here in the header. Go black. Move this down. Make this white. Maybe move this whole thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80 pixels down from the top. And we'll put that headline here. Merged. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's just a logo. I could drop the SVG in, or I'll just kind of pick something really What is it? Just like a nice script thing here. Kind of had one pop into my head like immediately, and now I can't think of the name of it. Well, that's life sometimes. Where the heck is it? What happened to all my fonts? I have way less fonts than I normally do. This is like not great. Oh, there we go. They just showed up now. All right, Sans Serif 1. Do that. Merged. $30, please. I designed, like, I align everything up in multiples of 8, like a base 8 system. So I usually like 40, 80, 24, 8, 16, you know. That's kind of my thing. You don't have to do that. It's just my style. Okay, so then we've got some text here. Custom merchandise, hassle-free selling, order fulfillment, marketing tools. Okay, so let's start with some headlines. Just kind of structure out this kind of text outline. So we'll do maybe 60 and go. We'll make this a fixed width element. Still getting used to the latest Sketch update. I haven't done too much design work lately, but I'm sure we'll get through it. All right. Let's just start really casual. Slap your logo on our inventory of merchandise, and we'll take care of the rest. Right? That's kind of what he's talking about. Maybe a little bit large. See if we can fit this on 2 lines. Don't want this to be much more than half the width. So 50. That's pretty good. On our products, shorten that. All right. Build a store. Your customers can browse and purchase products. Do like your merchandise becomes a store. Becomes an instant store for your customers. Come on. We take care of all the order fulfillment. Order fulfillment and production. And then, let's see, like, sit back, wow, sit back and watch your analytics and reports. Sit back, keep an eye on your reports with analytics and sit back. Here's our analytics and charts. Create coupons and more. All right. Not bad. We got some headlines. Okay, now we need to start. We need to grab. Need to kind of grab something visually here, right? We've just got some outline, and A really good place to do that is, let's see, Elements. Envato and Creative Market both have these subscription services where you have access to thousands of items like stock photos and stuff, like $30 a month. Turn it on, turn it off when you need it, when you're doing a lot of design work. And while it may not be the same thing as custom illustration, which maybe you want to get later, it is a really good place to start on a tight budget. You can just grab this stuff, plop it in, and without really any effort at all, your site gets a lot more interesting. Like if we just grab this, I made a little project in here for merched, or maybe these simple lines. I don't know. We try a few things to just spice up the brand. Basically, just fabricate a brand out of thin air. Like it doesn't really, honestly, it really doesn't matter what you pick as a theme. Space, sports, nature. Just pick something that you like that you can work with. That's it. I want to grab some products. Okay, so we want it to be like obvious what's happening. So apparel, phone cases, coffee mugs. Let's see if we can get like a t-shirt. And long sleeve. Oh yeah. That'd work. Let's see. We get to pick the angle. This is pretty sweet. We'll do download the PNG. Boom. Grab it. Maybe we'll move this. Kind of cover it just a little bit, right? How that looks cool. Actually looks pretty good. All right. Then let me just lock this so I don't have to constantly interact with it. Okay, now I feel like if I had a little bit of text that said like your logo here, that would look pretty cool. So if I get like a light version. Really small, like that's too thin. Makes my eyes bleed. Book. Or maybe we do a different font for this, like something like a little casual. And where's the uppercase? And let's draw. Let's do some drawing. Whee! Cool. Maybe we'll use a pop color. Make it pop, they said. All right. Where is the color picker here? Oh, there it is. Yellow, green. I'm a sucker for pink. Oh. You can change that. I'm going to go with pink because I love hot pink. And we'll change this. Get these layers above. Yeah, maybe wrote this. Where did rotate go? Here it is. Why can't I drag these anymore? That sucks. Cool. All right, so I grabbed a few textures, background elements, and let's just see what it was I snagged. Geometric shapes, motions, cubes. Let's take a little more look here. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Vintage sky, bokeh. Yeah, bokeh's overdone. Shiny, smoky. Watercolor. Kind of overdone. A little too playful. I'm just kind of like hoping similar products is going to get me to something I want here. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, those are just the geometric patterns. Yeah. That's not perfect. What was this other one? Rounded shapes. All right. We'll add a fill image. What? I can't paste images in it? That is hilarious. That's a bug, ladies and gentlemen. That is a bug. I have to actually drag the image in. Ugh. Yeah. It's kind of too busy. Something more minimal. Maybe this cosmic nebula. I don't know what space really has to do with production, though. Let's take a little more look. Something just poke around. You could spend hours in here, but once you find it, then you can move on and have something more interesting. You can also do the unsplash thing. I'm not going to do the unsplash thing. Every site uses an unsplash background. I've seen this one before, but that's okay. And take a look at that. We'll just pick one of these and run with it for now. Nah. Mumbai. Nah. Gradient backgrounds. I mean, I can make that myself, but... let's try this. One of these two. The nebula. All right. I don't think so. Not convincing me. Looks like we're trying too hard. Not the nebula. Let's try. Oh, that was that abstracted shapes again. Cosmic nebula. What did I just download? Geometric backgrounds. Did I not? Abstract geometric backgrounds. All right. Let's try this one with some green. I don't hate that. I don't. All right, maybe we can give this some shadow. Make sure it pops. Really, really play the text shadow down. Like this stuff, whoops. Like this default drop shadow look. Nope. Boring. Really fade it out. Bring that opacity down. Just enough so you almost aren't sure it's there. That's just me. All right, this pink now kind of doesn't work. Let's try maybe a lime green. Like electric green, faint green. Yeah, that's good. Sell your custom designs with no upfront costs or risks. All right, let's just tweak the size just a little bit here. Or I could go huge with it and move the text on top. What do you think? Nope. Looks better small. I don't love this, by the way, in case you were wondering. I don't think that's amazing. All right, let's start telling a story. Slap your logo on our products. We'll take care of the rest. Let's grab another product, like coffee mug. Boring. See more. Yeah, let's see if we can find one of these 3D ones. Black. Yeah, that looks fine. It's good to match the angle of our. Yeah. I love being able to match angles. Okay, so this is kind of slightly down. Then we're going to scroll down. Make sure you know it's a mug. Put the handle on the right so I can put it on the right-hand side. Yeah, it looks good. Come on. Give me that handle. There we go. Huge. This mug, not to scale. Okay, the angle's not right. I think I can go down just a little bit. Slap your logo on our products. How long has that bug you? Long enough? Okay, I'm just gonna bring these down, get them out of the way, and we're just gonna build each of these bullet points is gonna be a panel, like a block, a section that's gonna tell a story and a little bit of subtext that nobody's gonna read because nobody reads subtext, but it will balance the layout out. And let's see if we put this back underneath. I just want to start working with like a really faint gray here, maybe a really light color in here, like a desaturated. All right, let's see. We need a body font. We'll just go with tried and true Proxima Nova. Bring that down to like 21, regular. $18, and we're gonna want to lighten this up a bit because it should never be as bold as the headline. Still a little bit big. Just a little bit darker. lorem. Yeah, I know. I don't love designing with lorem ipsum. We should do better. Let's do better. All right, slap your logo on our products. We'll take care of the rest. We have, I don't know if this is true. We have a large inventory of products. We recommend our production team is experienced in optimizing artwork. Hopefully true. Quality assurance. Hopefully true. And handling breakable things with care. Yeah, why not? Explore our list of products. Let's make this like a link. We'll do 24. We'll underline that because it's a link and it's okay to underline links. Where's the underline? Where'd it go? There we go. We could grab a second thing. Mugs, canvas, apparel, phone cases, and more. Let's see if we can find a canvas. Should be down here in 3D. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Let's get this one. Let's see what would look best here. Slight angle. Yeah. We can replace this decorative layer with something real. I'll move it down some in case I need that. I think I should shrink that. Shrink this a little too. Using 3D elements is just so much fun, and if you're doing software, you may not have the benefit of it, but in this particular case, it's great because it takes up space, it looks nice. We could kind of repeat that offset style and just kind of do something like that. I don't think it's really adding much in this case. If you do it real haphazardly, sometimes it just works. No, I think the contrast there is just, that's not going to work. We can try that later. Okay, so here's our first panel. There's going to be a nav up top. Let's see, his current, all right, we got a sign in. So we can do that, keep it smaller. Blue. That's fine. Merged. Dice, yeah. Tweak that color, give it a little more flavor. What? Your design can go on these things. We'll darken that. Design can go on these things too. Not sure I'm loving this exactly. I don't love the line. The line's not great. We can just float this. Maybe even lighter gray. Not too light, but this is not main content. You can get a little bit designy with it. Just make it playful. Line height is 20. And can be on these things too. Yeah, all right. So we found like a little fun way to add some personality here. So we're gonna use these little subtexts, and maybe we can even put a little like shape behind them. And let's see, we're like a really faint. Wow, we could use opacity to make it faint. Here we go. Your design could be on this. I don't love that look. Let's see if we can flip it. Center it up. What's wrong with this color? I can't put my finger on it. Blue's better. Get a little into the turquoise. That's a lot better. That's way better. Way better, way better. All right, cool. So we can do that. And then let's give it like a little, well, we can do this with a shadow. We'll give this an offset shadow with no blur. Like go over 8, down 8. And make it almost invisible. Like the rule of 8s. All right. I could make this into a symbol. I'm not going to do that right now if you're a sketch person. All right, let's see. Your design. Okay, that looked really good on this color. It looks really not great down here. Interesting. All right, what if we flipped it? We're down here on the white. We do. Yeah, and then for the shadow, I'll go with this color, and then I'll lighten that up too. Don't like that either. Blue. I think it's just the gray against the gray I don't love. All right. I'm just going to leave it like that. That's fine. All right, we've got a header. We've got a first block. I'm just kind of still moving these things around a little bit here. First panel, whatever you want to call it. We have a second block. Your merchandise becomes an instant store for your customers. We'll take your, you know, this honestly to me is less important than the order fulfillment and production. So let's see if we can find like a shipping box. Shipping container, shipping crate, a little bit overkill, but let's see if we have anything simpler. Cardboard boxes. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Download. Huzzah. All right, so we can do this two ways. We can like alternate left and right, which probably looks good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll keep moving that out of the way. Probably a little bit big, but honestly not too big. Packaging up shirts, mugs, and other swag is hardly what you want to spend your time. We pay people who love to do it for some reason. And now everybody wins. Call to action here. You don't have to have one. Let's have a second paragraph. Orders come in. We ship them out. You get paid. It really is that easy. What do you have to lose? All right. I feel like this is a little bit crowded. I want this to sort of break the grid a little bit. All right, analytics and charts. This is where real screenshots are probably going to come in. But let's see what we can get. Anything? Stock photo, illustrated guy. Let's just see what we get with data. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. Flat, that's kind of tacky. I mean, it's kind of tacky anyway, but makes a point. Data. Let's just see what we get with charts in the 3D section. God, these are terrible. Looks like a kid's toy. This looks like a pill. Electrocardiograph chart. Flip chart. Let's go with this one. I don't know. Whatever. I'm probably not going to use this, am I? All right. We're getting somewhere. Marketing tools. Use our marketing tools to maximize your sales. Just had an idea. Coupon. Anything? Ah, it's too bad. Coupon. No, nothing. Create coupons. Dig through in-depth analytics. And more. That's really short. Watch your store grow. Sometimes simple's fine. It doesn't have to be even. That's why we've broken these things out, right? Like I can just do this and we're done. Your merchandise becomes an instant store. And let's see if we can get one big graphic here. Do we have a 3D store? Give me a 3D, an awning, an open sign, welcome sign. Let's just go all. Tacky shop. Well, all right. So I was gonna do like a storefront, but there isn't a storefront. So maybe it really should just be like an iMac and a store. So let's do computer store. It's a computer store. E-commerce. I think it's probably better. I don't want a template. I want, let's see. Let's look at graphics first. Nope. Photos. These are terrible. This one, old woman paying some bills. E-commerce. I just want one of those like stock photos of a desk with some nice green plants next to it. Desk and plants. Yeah, like one of these. Not enough white. Can I lift that? This would work. I'm gonna have to make my own thing, aren't I? Come on, give me the thing I want for free without having to do any work. Graphic templates. Desk lamp. iMac mockup. Oh, I feel like I'm close. Oh gosh. Maybe, but that looks exhausting. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this thing. We're gonna open Photoshop. Okay. The background, its own layer. Which layer has the background? Wow, computer is chugging. Okay, everything's in examples here. What looks good? Old school. Let's go with this one. Why not? I thought I turned the background off. Okay, here we go. All right, I'll copy that. Yeah, that shadow's a little bit strong. A lot strong. And I would have to replace this image, of course, but with this general idea, make this a little bit taller and cut it off with a footer. Let's see. see, let's pick a nice deep color. Nah, I'll just go gray. Okay, then we can put our footery things here. Like the logo again. Kind of a little more space, space the stuff out. Merged to a white version, and like add some rounded corners. Add in a shadow. Not that much. Sign up. What's this say here? Accepting applications for beta testers. Put this like smack in the middle. Our email goes here. Shrink that down a little bit more. And make a button. Get notified. Not enough contrast. Nudge that right up against there. Currently accepting application for beta testers. Yeah, we'll group this stuff, then center that. And then like your copyright stuff can go down here. Left align, whatever. It's close, right? You can clean up the rest in code. So there you go. We got a pretty nice landing page in, I have no idea how long it took, maybe an hour? It's not the best. I mean, you can come through and work in some other little details and graphic embellishments and stuff. But overall, you know, if you had a little more content, maybe bring this stuff up just a little bit more. Tighten it up. Yeah, this isn't perfect. I don't love this block, but it's not bad. Boom. There you go. Just some tips. And some ideas on how maybe you can take your site to the next level. If you have any questions, fire away. Post them down in the doobly-doo down in the comment section. Don't feel like you have to do this approach. This is just like one way to break out of this icons and boxes kind of style. We didn't put one icon in here, and I feel like it's pretty readable and kind of have an idea of what's going on in an hour. So there you go. Hope it learned you good. Hope you learned something. I don't really know how to sign off. I'm just gonna go.